I just gotta, like I said, I just gotta figure out my content. Of course, it would help if we had water around here. Then I'd be able to hit some of these other places and put out fishing videos. But damn, it's kind of hard when there's no damn water. Yes, it is tough fishing in SA. But you know what's sad is, honestly, it used to not be. You know, probably about, I'd say 5, 10 years back, you had plenty of different areas where you could go to catch fish. It's this dang drought. This dang drought has, I mean, really screwed up the fishing. And now that like there's no water in Medina, and you know Canyon's damn near dry, the certain parts of the Guadalupe are starting to get some flow back, but that's going to take time because, you know, the problem is once all these lakes and everything do start getting water back in them, you know, then you're going to have to wait for the fish and to see if the Texas Parks and Wildlife are going to restock. Because I did talk to the guys up in Bernie, and they just restocked the I want to call it the river, but it's it's that little creek that runs there in front of off of 46. They redid that, filled that up, and they've added, believe it or not, there's like 3 different like platforms that you can walk out on and actually fish. But because they drained it and because of everything that happened, now they have to, now they're waiting to get the money to stock it. Um, you know, I haven't I haven't been up to Rebecca Creek in a while. I know the last time I was up there, it was pretty damn dry, but there's a guy that I'm subscribed to on YouTube that you know what? I may I may I may do that Thursday. No, can't do it tomorrow. That's gonna be, thank you. I think that's gonna be my next video. I think I'm gonna drive up to the northern part of Canyon Lake and kind of do a video from up there, seeing what the water's doing, seeing if I can get access to it, and maybe see if there's any fish. Yeah, thank you. That just gave me a video idea. do a do a yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go up and do like an update from the northern part of Canyon Lake. And I might even do while I'm up there, I might even drive over and see what the Crane's Mill's doing. Cause I'm not gonna lie, that's all the damn tweakers and the drug addicts wouldn't have taken that part over. That Crane's Mill pier that was free. Man, back in the day, that place was fire. You could easily go out there, get there about 4 in the morning, set up, and fish for a couple of hours and uh, catch the crappie and the catfish, and then as the sun's breaking up over the horizon, bust out your top waters and just absolutely destroy the bass. And then if you got there when the white bass were running, holy crap, dude, you could limit out on some white bass up there. But you know, same old, same old. Then then people started being stupid and you know started acting a fool, and all the damn meth heads and everybody would come down and start screwing with people, start having parties and stuff. And next thing you know, I went back up there, and now they're only open from 8 a.m. till right before dark. And I'm sorry, but any fisherman in his weight that's worth his weight in gold knows that the morning bite can be, I mean, just absolutely fire. You know, especially the way that this place was, because the thing that was awesome about the Cranes Mill pier is it it kind of staggered, and what it did was kind of there was a wall that you could follow. Kind of, it was like a rocky formation off to the um, off to the right, and then off to the left there was it was a solid cliff. So you could take and pitch out a buzz bait, or you know a frog, and bounce it if you were good enough. Bounce it off the rock ledge, and especially if you had a worm, you could take that worm and pitch it, and it would kind of bounce off the rock ledge and then fall straight down. And then you could work that worm. And I think my biggest out of there was a 8.5. I caught a yeah, I caught an 8.5 largemouth, and then I'll never forget this. So I had 3 rods. I had 4 rods that I used all the time. I had my bass rod. I had a perch rod or a bluegill rod, and then I had my crappie rod and my catfish rod. Well, I landed that bass, put him in the water, threw out my perch rod, caught a good, good sized bait perch about yay big, hooked it, threw out my hooked it on my catfish rod, threw out my catfish rod, and no more than probably, I'd say 10 minutes after it hit the bottom, my catfish rod went off and I caught a 15-pound blue cat. And then after that, I caught, what was it, like 5 more catfish. I caught, what was it, one more blue and then like 3 channels. And then the rest of the morning, it was all crappie, just slamming the crappie. And not one of them was probably over. I think my smallest was 11 and a half inches. And I'm like, man, this is a damn good day of fishing. And then unfortunately, some stuff went on in my life. The drought hit, and I never got to go back there after that morning. Because then the drought hit and the lake just started tanking. But what makes me mad about the lake is the lake wouldn't be near as bad as it is, except for they decided to put in damn pumping stations to pump all the new residents in little towns that have built up water. So there's 2 damn pumping stations that the water district in Saws built to pump water out of Canyon Lake. And so that's why Canyon Lake is damn near dry. Because they decided that, they were going to put in pumping stations. And, when you got all these people that have moved in from California and New York, and that area up there has exploded, well, yeah, that lake didn't stand a damn chance in hell because honestly, that lake is too small to be a pumping lake, and it was never meant to be a pumping lake. Because really, Canyon is a small reservoir as far as lakes go. The reason that lake was built way back in the day, that lake was built for the primary focus of being a recreational and fishing lake. It was never meant to be a lake to pump water out of. Because I want to say at max pool, that across the whole lake, I think it's only like 900 and what is it? Let me think. At max pool, it's only 911 cubic. 911 cubic feet of water at max. Now, when it settles and when it's at normal pool, I think it's like 909, you know, cubic feet. So if you look at some of the really big lakes, like like the one they just opened up in North Texas, I mean, now that's a big ass lake. I think that lake is, oh, what the hell did they say that lake was? Um, some some huge number. I want to say it's like, it could be off, but some reason I want to say it's like nine. No, some reason I want to say it's like close to like 1,000 acres. No, 122 acre lake, somewhere in there. I just know that it's a pretty. All right, I'll keep that in mind. That sounds pretty good. But all right, CJ. Well, I will. All right, be safe and have a good work day tomorrow. All right, man. Take care later, buddy. But but yeah, it's. Phew, I tell you what, it has been a rough several years for fishermen in this area. Well, at least. Oh, well, okay. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me in stream.